Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and today we've got the Samsung Galaxy A7, the 2016 edition with us. In this video, let's go ahead and unbox it and take a quick look inside. Opening up the box, we're greeted by the A7 itself. A blend of glass and metal, looks nice. Let's set that aside for the time being. We then have the regular leaflets, and there you go. If for some reason whatsoever you want the star value. We also have the micro USB cable, earphones, a SIM ejector tool, and Samsung's even thrown in a fast charger in the box. Peeling off the plastic, the first thing you note is that the A7 looks quite similar to the S6 from last year. We have 2.5D Gorilla Glass 4 to the front and back. To the front, on top, we have the sensors, earpiece, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and Samsung branding. There's no notification LED here. We then have a 5.5-inch display followed by the physical home button flanked by the backlit capacitive recent apps and back keys. The physical home key has a fingerprint scanner built in and it seemed to work alright. To the right, we have the power button and a slot. Here you can add a SIM and a micro SD card. At top, we have the secondary noise cancelling microphone and another slot. Here's where the second SIM card goes. Nice that Samsung's not gone with a hybrid slot this time. The volume rockers can be found to the right, and at the bottom we have the primary microphone, micro USB port, speaker, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. To the back, you can find the 13 megapixel rear camera that has optical image stabilization and a single LED flash. Samsung branding's present below that. The Galaxy A7 is just 7.3mm thick and weighs in at about 170 grams. Feels well built. Just like the A9 we saw earlier, this one feels premium too, as the A series looks eerily similar to the S6 from last year. That said, the A7 is larger, so single-handed usage is not going to be an option all the time. The reason for the A7's larger footprint is the fact that it sports a 5.5-inch display. This is the 5.5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display that's covered by Gorilla Glass 4 for protection. For those keeping count, Full HD over 5.5 inches results in a pixel density of about 400 pixels per inch. That's quite sharp, and do note that this is a Super AMOLED panel. That means you get punchy colors, great viewing angles, and amazing contrast due to the deep blacks. If punchy colors aren't your thing, Samsung does let you choose between various modes. Underneath the hood, the A7 features a 64-bit Exynos 7580 chip. That's 8 Cortex A53 cores clocked at 1.6 GHz each, coupled to the Mali T720 MP2 GPU and 3 gigs of RAM. We also have 16 gigs of onboard storage and a 3300 mAh non-user replaceable batteries powering all this. Do note that there's also another variant of the A7 2016 that's powered by the Snapdragon 615 chip. The Galaxy A7 currently runs on Android 5.1 with Touchwiz on top. And as always, Flipboard lags, so turning that off. We have support for themes, so you can customize the look and feel of the A7 to your liking. It's worth noting that, like most new Samsung phones, the A7 also comes with very few preloaded apps. Some Google ones, Microsoft ones, and very few Samsung ones. Other TouchWiz staples like the multi-window mode that lets you run two apps side by side also return. Then there's the full-fledged ultra power saving mode that turns the display monochrome, and most things barring some basics are turned off to let you get the most out of this battery. Sadly, haptic feedback is disabled. What's weird is that the A9 that's not sold in India yet has this enabled. By the way, this is a sample picture I shot with a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and my t-shirt kinda sums up my thoughts on Samsung's weird fetish with disabling haptic feedback on so-called mid-range devices. Anyway, talking about the camera, like I said, the A7 sports a 13 megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization and a single LED flash. Quick launch also returns, so you can double press the home key to quickly launch the camera. The shutter response seems fast. The A7 uses a 4:3 sensor, so you need to go down to 9.6 megapixels if you want to shoot widescreen. Here are a few quick samples that I shot. It is also worth mentioning that this camera can shoot 1080p videos. We also have the regular modes, including the Pro mode. Again, note that this is the stripped down version of the Pro mode with very few options. So with that, we now get to the price. The Galaxy A7 2016 is priced at 33,400 rupees here in India, and that's frankly atrocious. It uses almost the same internals as the Galaxy J7, which is priced at 15,000 rupees, and especially when you take into account the fact that the Galaxy S6 is available $100 cheaper, I fail to understand who Samsung's target demographic is. In all probability, the price will drop by 30 to 40% in coming months, and Samsung, thanks to their marketing might and offline presence, will sell enough units to the not too tech-savvy audience. That said, this feels like a very short-sighted and cheap tactic from Samsung, but I'm gonna reserve judgment till I finish testing this phone. maybe, just maybe, I'm missing something. So anyway guys, if you do want to pick one up, just don't. At least wait a month or two till the price drops. But if you absolutely want to pick one up today, get someone to whack some sense into you, and once you've got someone to do that, use my affiliate links from the description below to order yourself a Galaxy S6. So I guess that's it for this video. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.